softer because of the fire underneath. Also, they'll probably bring out some chainsaws, start cutting some holes in the roof up there for ventilation, and also to put water into it. Got to let you know we're on the back side of the building. This is because this is where the better pictures are right now. In the front of the building, I can tell you they opened up the front doors. Firefighters had made access into that front area. This is always something that it's one of those things. It depends on how you look at it. These firefighters working to get one of those security doors open using heavy-duty tools and brute strength. But, you know, sometimes those doors very difficult. The front doors are open, I got to say that, and firefighters from LA City Fire are inside. More fire trucks arriving right there. You can see them going through the shot. As I said, original units on scene, original firefighters that made their way here were actually asking for additional units as soon as they got there. So you can figure that Sherman Way will be closed in both directions, basically at Van Nuys. This is between Van Nuys Boulevard and Woodman. It's closer to Van Nuys. Lenox is the actual cross if you're local. So that's going to create some traffic issues for sure out here in the Van Nuys area. The firefight continues. Still a lot of that red glow up here on that rooftop. I've been listening with one ear to the firefighters doing their amazing jobs out there, working to get to that fire. The guys on the roof right now starting ventilation, checking for hot spots, checking for extensions. Firefighters inside the building, on top of the building, now working to find all of that fire and extinguish it. Oh. Also, we are on the web, and I see the numbers aren't so fantastic, but I will brag a little bit. First on scene, that is kind of a big deal for news people. It's something that you guys don't really watch that much on the outside, but on the inside, in the actual news machine itself, being there first is a big deal. We were definitely here first. Marcos turning Sky 9 or Sky 2 right now into a rocket ship, getting us here so quickly. As soon as we heard that size up, meaning the size up being that the fire department saying that there is smoke and fire showing and they need more people here on scene. I have my internet up, but I don't see a picture, so just letting you know, I can't read any of the comments. I hope you guys have a couple comments. Right now, though, the fire not out, but with the number of resources that are here on scene and it being LA City Fire, I'm sure that they're going to have this under control quickly. The traffic situation probably going to be affected probably for a couple more hours for sure. Like I said earlier on, not a pursuit, but other cool stuff that the helicopter does. This is a structure fire. Hey, Sarah. Out here in the Van Nuys area. It's a church. That's always sad. Right now, though, that they're working their way, cutting that roof back, getting to the actual attic space, and you can see a lot of fire still in that attic space. Firefighters from LA City Fire on the ground and inside the church and on the roof. Okay. Hey, you're not sending my audio out? There's no audio? They're not, apparently. People are saying there's no audio. Yeah. That's what I get for bragging on the web. No audio. Kathy, is there audio? Can you guys hear us? Oh, Kathy says they do. Hey, go ahead. All right, cool. I don't know if it was working earlier on. I've been reading a lot of the comments. Some of the people were saying there was no audio. I got to I got to stay frosty. They're going to use this at the end here. It does look like LA City Fire making a lot of good progress out here. The fire is starting to get under control. They haven't said the word knockdown yet, meaning the fire is out, but it does appear that most of the flames we see are now extinguished, so you can get an idea how quickly these guys work. It's a church. It's a church on the way. We believe they named it that because it's on Sherman Way. Sherman Way, right by Van Nuys Boulevard. Both directions of Sherman Way are shut down right here in front of the church. Church is at the corner of Lenox and Sherman Way. That would be the 14,300 block in the Van Nuys area. So if you know somebody that's going to be driving home that way, give them heads up. It's going to be closed. I'd basically avoid Woodman to Van Nuys Boulevard on Sherman Way till this is taken is out and the firefighters have left. LA City Fire here on scene. Was a fire about 15 minutes ago. Right now, it does seem like they have the flames under control. I got to go to work. All right, guys, the show's over. Thank you, Courtney. Courtney being one of our awesome producers right there. The show's over. Fire's pretty much out. We're going to talk to our assignment desk here in a moment. I just want to answer a couple of the questions that I saw earlier on. Somebody was asking about what caused it. Cause an investigation. Probably one of the last things these firefighters are going to do after that fire is out. There's no belief that there's any type of foul play right now. Also, somebody was asking about injuries. Gage is telling me to go get a car chase. We're going to go get some food and then maybe a car chase later on. But just letting you know, as far as injuries, as we understand it, no injuries, no civilian injuries, no firefighter injuries. But the firefighters are still here, and even though the fire's out, their job's still very dangerous. We're always hopeful that nobody gets hurt. And that's going to be about it. So, I just found out that this has become a greater alarm fire. Greater alarm fire. So, but most of the flames are out pretty much as far as the building. Most of the building is safe and salvaged, but it was a fire out here earlier on. I'm going to go talk to my buddy Mark at the assignment desk and see if we're going to stay out here. Victor! Sergio, you know it, brother. You know it. Going to fill our fat bellies and fill up the helicopter as well. Nan Hotel to the assignment desk on 1. I have not heard the magical words of knockdown from LA City Fire, but I have been busy. And but on the other side of that coin, I do not see any of that orangey plasma that they put water on. See, if it was anybody else, I'd come up with some sort of sarcastic remark about what do they know, but it being Gigi, she's correct. Much grief, much like Charlie Brown. Gage, we love the love, but you know what? We do all kinds of breaking news. All kinds. We're not breaking news fascists. We don't just go after the police chases. We do shootings, fires, brush fires, structure fires. A little less exciting, we do some. A little less exciting, we do bomb scares, perimeters. What else do we do? Marcos. Accidents, yeah. Traffic. Events. Every now and then when there's a big event, we'll come out to do that. Like when we, like the, what was that baseball thing we just did? I'm joking. I know it was the World Series. We did a lot on the World Series. So we're not just a police chase chopper. Cal says, sup, Marcos? He says, what up, Cal? Yeah, I can't say that, though. Wally, sometimes our job is, let's just say the time goes by quickly, but it is a job. And with all the cool stuff, every now and then we see some things that you cannot unsee. And sometimes that's funny, and sometimes it's really sad. But, yeah, we get to see quite a bit up here. That is for sure. Toan, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I would love to do a Stu and Marcos hour, but if I pot up Marcos, nobody's going to listen to me anymore. It's going to be over. The Stu show will be over. It'll be all Marcos, Marcos, Marcos. Trust me. I wouldn't mind it. I'd love to do it. I just don't want to get him in trouble. And the other thing is he's also talking to a lot of, and when I say he, Marcos is also talking to a lot of other aircraft. So there's a lot of that going on as well. Wally, the show was awesome. Everybody asked where Marcos was. That's what happened at the show. It was great. I met a lot of really super cool people. Most of them, just like a lot of you guys, was like all police pursuit, police pursuit, police pursuit. So they're not, we're not really talking to the, they're probably not here right now. Jill, yeah, it is. It's the church on the way. It is very sad. The building pretty much, it will have damage, but it is, they saved most of the building. I can say that. I got you up, and okay. So I potted up Marcos, so Marcos can say hey to everybody.
Hey,
Marcos,
everybody. Thanks for watching us. Always appreciate all the love.
We love the love.
We love it.
Charlie. Oh, you just want a shout out. Hey, Charlie, what's up, brother? Yeah, of course, the LA Police Chase Group. But they're not here right now. I mean, you are, Victor, but everybody else is like, waiting for the big chase. All right, let's look at some traffic since they're keeping us here till they got an official knockdown. So Sherman Way shut down both directions at Van Nuys. That's going to be Van Nuys Boulevard right there. Got another Filer Battalion chief pulling up there. Not really the backup that we would think, because probably a lot of people know what's going on, but that's going to be, what is that? That's going to be eastbound Sherman Way. Up to Van Nuys Boulevard. Pretty much they have it shut down to, let's take a look, Law Dogs? Yeah, probably over by Law Dogs. No, they shut it down all the way to Woodman, it looks like. That's crazy. Yeah, so it's all the way down to Woodman. That's quite a big throw. Go ahead.
I got you.
Not that we can see from the helicopter, no. We both would love that. We'll make that happen.
See you guys later.
All right, well, we're making that big turn, heading back to base. I know people really dig watching this. I don't know how quick they are going to be on the switch. The switch is not in my control. That's somebody else, somewhere else. It looks like it's already froze up. I'll keep an eye on it, but Maybe they'll keep the picture going all the way to the ground, and of course you can listen to Marcos and me. And looks like it's still going. I don't know. It looks like the picture froze up.
Van Nuys Tower TV
Thank you,
with
Denise.
you over City Hall, Saginaw Rival, Northeast Corner. Ryan Wilco.
James, I don't know where you're at. And I'm going to keep Marcos
Team
potted
nine
up so
cleared
you
up
can
to
hear him
west.
do pilot
I'll
stuff
talk to
for
the
any
power
of you aviation enthusiasts that